Hey guys, this is Max, and these are going to be a couple of fights in Map 7 for AQ, mixture of day 1 and like day 3, I think it was. But up front, it's going to be day 1, just to kind of build up to the thing fight. So I've been waiting for this day, basically, for thing boss, mini boss, because I just recently ranked up Quake. So most of you guys seen in the past like the level ups that I had Quake at like rank 3 and just recently did a rank 4 Quake. Still no use of the champion, and I said, you know what, let's take it to rank 5 if we're gonna actually go and devote the time. Might as well just get the resources inside her and rank her up. But again, I'm gonna be talking a lot about Quake just in anticipation of the actual thing fight. But one of the things I want to share is basically my account. I've been playing this for many years, and I've done all the content without Quake. I've never used Quake. Again, this is brand new Quake to rank 5, so this is going to be somewhat my journey into like mastering Quake. We've seen a lot of good content out there from a lot of people, especially on YouTube, on how to use Quake. So I need to definitely gonna take a look at that. I said I need to practice on Quake. I've been saying it for days now. When it comes to like getting familiar with Quake, I figured, take her to rank 5 is going to force me to use the champion. So that was my mentality. That was my thinking on basically ranking up Quake to rank 5, forcing me to, practice with the champion, and definitely having a resource, a tool there in my roster to be able to take down content that needs kind of like a Quake, champion to do so. So I do build in a couple of fights before that. One of them is coming up actually right now. We went through Corvus for those 2 charges. So we got the mutant charge, the tech charge. That first fight with the versus Magneto is definitely a pain. But this fight, this day, I think this is day. Yeah, this is day 1. So this is day 1. Keep in mind. So ideally, you see all those fights, they kind of went down pretty quickly with Corvus, especially that Spidey fight was extremely fast now because we had 1 tech charge. Now this fight, I want to show this fight because Elsa, she has that evade counter, that cold snap. So the whole time, ideally here during the fight, is me trying to apply the cold snap. So it goes through a couple of hits. I'm going to show you almost the entire fight. I'm going to show you the entire fight, but it takes almost the entire fight. That's what I meant to say. Towards the end is where you start seeing the actual cold snap being applied and the beautiful kind of evade fail. And once you get the cold snap, ideally it's just to keep the cold snap on the champion because she's a great counter for evades. Not the best, I would say, because you have to get that cold snap and then you have to work on keeping that cold snap. So it makes it quite hard, especially if you have to kind of, if they have big health pools, because then you have to pull a special 1, special 2 out of them, and you could drop the cold snap. So I still love Elsa. I wish she was like a little bit more useful for me in just different parts of AQ, because I do enjoy playing her. It's just all that raw damage. The special 3s are looking cool. I just love the animation. There's something about animations in game that I enjoy. So like sometimes I enjoy watching the special 1s and special 2s. Her special 3 is actually pretty cool. I just like kind of one of my favorites. I don't know, out of all the champions so far. Yeah, so here towards, I think we're at 46 hits. I think it's around 4. Oh, there you go. Cold snap's applied. Special 2. So see here, I haven't hit her, but now I'm just going to town on her. Cold snap, a bunch of evade fails. Then we do apply a second cold snap, so I can keep going. She's just ended up blocking in the corner, and then I have to pull that special 1. So now I'm trying to apply another one, but then I run into a special 3. So figured why not. Launch the special 3, get another special 3 cool animation, that gunshot right there. I don't know, I don't know if you guys enjoy her special 3, but I do. So now I think we have no cold snap fell off. Now she's evading, so that's where you gotta be really careful, but apply another cold snap on there. So now once it's on there, I don't have to worry about her evading. Should see, there we go, evade fail. So I love seeing that evade fail. And I gotta be careful now because she's unblockable, I think, right? Yeah, I think so. I think that's what it is. So that's why I can't parry. Ideally, I would want to parry, but I think, yeah. And this is basically the KO on this fight. So again, Elsa, she's a cool champ. Again, I wish she was a little bit more useful for me, at least in the lanes that I take in AQ. But you know, this is like it sucks because you don't want to use an AQ an entire slot because you only get 3 slots, right, for one fight. You know, you want to be able to bring a champion that's, you know, a backup champion that's useful for just multiple lanes. But in this case, yeah, it's just that one slot. Most of the heavy lifting is Corvus, of course, through section 1 for me. Even this fight here versus Hela, you know, just it's Corvus all the way. It makes for a quick fight. So once you have 1-2 charges, like, man, these fights go down extremely fast. Keep in mind this is only day 1 too as well, so everything you're seeing here is going to be, you know, day 1 health pool. So as the days progress, they get bigger, more difficult fights, longer fights maybe. So 7 hits, hell is almost like down 9 hits. Obviously did a couple of hits into the block, but you know, ideally too, I want to evade the special 1, not the special 2, because that could happen. And take the special 2 to the face. But you can recover with Corvus as long as you're running suicides down further fights down the road. The one fight that I did want to squeeze in here, so is actually this fight here. I think this was day 2 or day 3, I forget. But I figured, you know, if anybody forgets, like a good counter versus UC is definitely Captain. So at this day, I didn't bring Elsa. Obviously, I brought Captain instead of Elsa. And this is basically, again, the action that Captain saw was only on this fight. And for the most part, everything else was Corvus and Quake. Basically, Quake is the main attraction, the main, you know, emphasis on this video is because Quake versus Thing, you know. So as we get to that fight, basically this day, I think day 2 or day 3, whatever the day this is, right after this fight, I go and take the Quake versus Thing. And again, guys, just a fair warning, I've done everything in my account, meaning like completed most of the stuff without Quake. So this is me trying to learn how to use Quake, and I should be practicing, but I'm not. I'm lazy when it comes to practicing, taking time to practice. But this is gonna be basically me practicing versus Thing bosses. Eventually we'll get it down, but we're definitely gonna have some laughs and fun as we watch me suffer through the pain of getting familiar with the champion. Yeah, so we're gonna have some laughs. So here goes the first attempt, or not first, but the first attempt you're seeing, Quake versus Thing. Again, day 2 or day 3, whatever it is. I'm definitely gonna pull up day 1 shortly. So here, you know, it's like you're supposed to, you know, not hit the champion, right? You're supposed to kind of go into the corner and just kind of evade everything, not take a combo into the face. But there goes your first attempt that you're watching. But everybody in my battle group was just like laughing at me because I'm like, let me take it. Basically just tagged everybody's like, okay, yeah, things open. So this is, I think, day 1. This was day 1. I actually did, I think, a little bit better on day 1 compared to that other day. But guys, yeah, I'll leave you here. Enjoy the laughs. We'll definitely eventually practice how to use Quake, and we'll come back and definitely do maybe a solo one day. Might be a couple of weeks, months away, but enjoy the laughs for now, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hit a sub and hit a like if you haven't yet. I'll see you guys in the next video.
Gee, I wish I was big just once.